Alright, here is my Jund deck now. It's very, very similar to the old one, although it actually has a sideboard this time. This is the version that I'm going to be testing right now. If you notice, there's a couple new cards in there. Anathemancer has made it into the main deck, as well as Sig River Cutthroat. Both of them play very well together. Turn 2 Sig, turn 3 Anathemancer could very easily net you a card. Unearthing it will often net you a card. Lightning will net you a card. Attacking with Bloodbraid Elf will net you a card. Attacking with Kitchen Finks could net you a card. Putrid Leech nets you a card. Lightning Bolt, pretty much all these cards in the deck, except for Maelstrom Pulse, Terminate, and Bituminous Blast, will net you a card from Sig. And it could also be relevant in matchups, I guess in the Fairies matchup. They can't have a Bitter Blossom and Thought Seize you without letting you draw a card, but I think that's going to come up very rarely. The deck also has a sideboard now, finally. The Thought Seizes have moved from the main deck to the sideboard. They just haven't been that useful main deck. The rest of the cards are just a guess right now. I just want something to be able to sideboard in for games 2 and 3 and play real matches rather than just bumming around and playing game 1s in the tournament practice room. So, when I will pause the video here and come back with a Magic the Gathering Online extended playtest video with Jund against a random opponent. So please join me, and I will be right back with that. Alright, and I have my first hand showcasing one of the new cards in the deck, Anathemancer. This hand isn't too great, but I think it's good enough to keep against a random opponent. I wouldn't like to mulligan in any case, so no, I would not like to. Just would like to draw some decent cards off the top. And he starts off with hopefully not a Thought Seize, a Duress, which is fantastic. I do not mind that. He's going to whiff, but he is going to see what's up. This is a perfect example of why Thought Seize is just so much superior to Duress in most situations. Untap. Go ahead and play the Raging Ravine, looking at playing Blackcleave Cliffs next turn. And we'll see if that Anathemancer is going to be pretty lame in this matchup. I don't know what his deck is. Black-green so far. Probably not Jund after the start that he's gotten, although who knows. Yeah, he's playing Jund. Shiny Land Jund with basic lands only. He Blightnings me. Go ahead and pitch a couple of Verdant Catacombs, I think. I'll have black mana, all that I need. Alright, I think here I can go ahead and play Twilight Mire and Putrid Leech, saving back the Anathemancer for something a little more useful than just a 2/2 for 3. And this sets me up to play a Bloodbraid Elf next turn and attack for hopefully 7, although depending on what mana he leaves up, that will not be the case. He definitely has a pimped out deck right now, and a very good draw so far against my Anathemancer start. Maelstrom Pulse, you are allowed. Because here I get to go, I don't think there's any reason to play the forest, so mountain green. Let's cascade into something useful. That's a pretty good one. And attack him for 3. The latest PTQ results I saw were a couple hours ago from Amsterdam, of all places, and there were 2 Jund decks in the top 8, both of which had the identical main decks, I believe. They both featured 4 Anathemancer, 2 Sig River Cutthroats. Ooh, that sucks. Okay, you're allowed, I guess. Well, okay, so he's playing Slave of Bolas in the main deck. Yeah, well done, sir, well done. He does only have 2 cards left in his hand, and I can bash him with a Raging Ravine here. I think that's the plan. But I have that Anathemancer, which right now is good for 1 damage. I can't imagine he has many more basic lands left in his in his deck even, let alone that he's going to draw them. I know he has a few, obviously, but... Okay, and who decided it was a good idea to do full art cards that aren't obvious what they do? That sucks. Well... Okay, so some options. Enethymancer is still not the greatest guy to play here. Obviously going to play the Blackcleave Cliffs, although might want to save it back in case he Blightnings me, but Enethymancer can easily go in the graveyard at this point, and Maelstrom Pulse, let's see. So I could Pulse the Elf, or play Finks, or attack with Raging Ravine. Or alternatively, I could pass the turn after playing the Cliffs and have a 4/4 blocker for his guys. I think the right play may... I don't know what the right play is here. This is kind of tough. I think I'm going to play the Finks and the Blackcleave Cliffs and pass a turn. If he eats my Pulse and my... an Enethymancer with Blightning, so be it. But I think Kitchen Finks is going to make it here. Yeah, he'll take my Pulse here, which is okay, I suppose. I don't know what his other two cards in hand are. Presumably some form of removal, since he hasn't cast them yet. Obviously not a Bloodbraid Elf. Could be a Bituminous Blast, which would really suck for me. Which is also the reason why holding him back would have been the wrong choice. Let's see what he chooses to do here. I don't know if my Finks is going to hold off both guys, but it does not look like it. I'll gladly block the Bloodbraid Elf here if he does indeed attack with both. I'll also gladly block the Finks. Alrighty. So again, I have choices here. He cannot kill my Raging Ravine if I animate it. He does not have Bituminous Blast Mana. He could have 2 Lightning Bolts in hand, which would kind of suck for me, but I don't think he would have played the Finks like he did that attack step like he did if that were the case. So I think I'm pretty safe here to animate Raging Ravine and attack with both my guys. Raging Ravine becomes a 5/5, and if he blocks it, that's okay here. If he double blocks it, I mean. Okay. And post-combat, do I even want to play Savage Lands? I might not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, flashing back him takes 7, so I will go ahead and play Savage Lands. He knows what my 1 card in hand is at this point. Yeah, Lightning Bolt on there, that's okay. Not ideal. Perhaps that was a little greedy of me. Future Leech, yep. I rip one of my own. Okay, I can attack with the Finks, but he would block with Leech and pump it, most likely. I can play a Leech of my own. and an Anathemancer, just get extra men on the board. For sure I'm going to be playing the Putrid Leech, and I think I'm going to leave the Finks back. Let's see, he's free to pump his leech. Let's see, he's got one lightning bolt that he's used so far. This is a tough match. Yeah, I think at this point I just need extra men on the board. So, Anathemancer be damned, he's just going to be a crappy little 2/2 that pings him for 1. But this takes me out of Blightning threats, and even if my Anathemancer does bite the dust, it allows me to... Yeah, I'll keep the oof back. It allows me to block his Bloodbraid Elf with the Anathemancer instead of one of my other 2 guys. Let's see what he chooses to do. So I could block with my Putrid Leech, but if he has a Lightning Bolt, he completely blows me out. If he doesn't have a Lightning Bolt, I take 4. But he's already cast 1 bolt. Oh, decisions. I think I can go ahead and take the damage here. Let's see. 4 puts me down to 11. And he can attack for 7, so that's a 2-turn clock. I can attack him back for 6, 8. I have him on a 2-turn clock as well. If I block with Anathemancer, I can flash him back next turn. I guess I unearth him. Or I can block with Finks. I think I'm just going to take the damage here. Yeah. Attack with my team. And this is a little risky, but I think that... Let's see, I can attack him down to 10. But if I put him down to 6, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the risky play here since I have no card in hand. And I need to go a little bit more aggressive here. I thought I'd get him down to 6. I don't know how I miscounted that. But I have 1 card in hand. He's going to have to be hesitant with his leech to cast it, or to activate it. Let's see what he chooses here. Anathemancer would be, okay, Blightning. Discard my Forest, like I'm supposed to. Now he can't attack with his leech. That's perfect, okay. I can attack with both my guys. If he pumps his leech, he goes to 6. Yeah, attack with both my guys. I'm going to block my leech with his leech. And I kind of want to force him to pump it, because I have my Anathemancer on the board. And he drew Blightning last turn, so yeah, I'll go ahead and force him to do it. Hopefully, unless he has a Lightning Bolt to blow me out here. Okay. They trade, he goes to 4, and I will pass the turn here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I need to play my Savage Lands. That's unfortunate. Now I lose to an Anathemancer, unfortunately. I don't know what he's got. I haven't seen any main deck yet. I did see Slave of Bolas Blightning me, and is that a Lightning Bolt for the win? Nope. Alright, so he's got 1 card left in his hand. I don't know what it could be. But He is basically one turn from death. He's got a top deck, and I'll play my Raging Ravine to lock up the win if he doesn't draw an answer here. Ah, fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video here and resume in a new video with the sideboarding. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you join me for game 2.